Okay, so we are going to take this toward 8 angle today, which means there's going to be a lot of hip opening, keep in mind. A lot of work to the inner thighs, get into the hamstrings quite a bit as well, taking this almost to the point of contortion. Just take this as far as you're ready. We'll go into 8 angle at the very end of the class from here, but I have one demonstration before we start. So once we get into the main part of the flow, every sequence will bring you to the front of the mat at the very end, and you're going to come into a forward fold first, and for just a couple breaths, you're going to come into crow. So you'll set your hands down. Lift your heels, bring the knees to touch your arms, look forward, lean. Just take it slow, keep looking forward. Bring the feet up together, touch your toes, bring the heels up as well. We're just holding that for a breath or two. You'll set the feet down, and then I'm going to cue this into flying lizard. Now, flying lizard is a very uncomfortable variation of crow, and at least move into the setup of the pose. The whole idea here is you're going to try to get into the inner thigh of one of your legs, and that will help you once we come toward 8 angle toward the end. So don't worry about balancing the whole thing. You're going to keep this loose forward fold, though. Keep your knees bent, keep your hips high. And then one of your feet steps, and one of your legs goes around one of your arms. My left leg going on my left arm, left foot between my hands from the front, and the right knee's touching my right arm from behind, just like crow. Now, before you go anywhere else with this, go ahead and lift that front foot. You're going to slide it over to the opposite side. Try to pick it up off the floor and use that leg to squeeze the arm that's wrapped around, and at least find that level of engagement. If you're going to balance it, look forward, lean, start to lift your back foot. This is good enough right here. Hold this for at least a few breaths. And then if you want to take things further, you can go ahead and extend that back leg all the way back. Just keep your elbows pulled in and hold this as best you can. Now, to come into Vinyasa for me, you kind of just got to set everything down, step back to plank. But if you want to work the transition, you can pull that back knee in, see about unwrapping the front leg, bring it up to crow, and then be flat back to chaturanga. That is a lot. But it gives you something to work toward here if you're feeling a little bit bored and you want to take things further. So just work things as best you can and see how far you want to take this today. So to get this started, bring yourself to a seat. And let's just start with a cross-legged seat here to begin. Bring your right leg in first and the left leg in front. And with your hands off the floor, just go ahead, position your legs so you can actually tilt your pelvis forward and sit upright without a whole lot of extra effort. So if your hips are tight and your knees are pretty high when you're cross-legged, slide the feet forward a little bit and let the knees go wide, and that'll help you. And on the other side of that, if you want to take things further, if your hips are more open, you can take this into double pigeons. For that, you bring the left ankle up onto the right thigh. Now, whichever position you take, whether the legs are crossed or they take this double pigeon shape, keep the toes of both feet curled, keep your feet tense, and let your knees sink down toward the floor as much as you can. Keep yourself on both sit bones, and then just bring the hands out to your sides. Fingertips to the floor here, and just to loosen things up and start to work into the hips before we begin, draw your shoulders back and keep your chest open. And holding that tension in your feet, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, just come forward at least a little bit. And then sit yourself back upright. Again, keep your feet active, lead with your chest, and just come forward. You're not trying to force this. And then lift back up. Again, keep your feet tense, lean this forward, keep your chest open. And then lift back up. And then 2 more times. Bring your chest forward, keep your shoulders pulled back. And bring yourself upright. 1 more time. Keep your toes curled. Bring this forward. And then lift back up. And then just keep your spine tall. So tense up through your core, through the belly and around the low ribs. Relax your shoulders down. Reach the crown of the head straight up. Draw your chin in just a bit. And close your eyes. So just take a moment to settle in here like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much air as you can. Fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just open your eyes. And then hands behind you, lean back, reverse the cross. Bring your left leg in first and the right leg in front. And again, adjust this as you need to. You can keep the legs cross-legged, maybe bring the feet forward and bring the knees out wider. Again, you want to be able to tilt your pelvis forward. And if you're going to take this to double pigeon on this side, bring that right ankle up onto your left thigh. And again, keep your toes curled, keep your feet tense either way, pressing into the floor. Now bring your fingertips out to the sides, and just like we started before, keep your shoulders pulled back, and then just hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, come forward, and then lift back up. Again, keep your chest open, hold the arch in your spine as you fold, and then lift this back up. Don't force it here. Bring it forward again, keep your shoulders pulled back, and then bring yourself back upright. Hinge forward again, lead with your chest, and then come back up. One more time, keep your toes curled, keep the feet tense, bring your chest forward, and then lift back up. And then just hold yourself upright. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center one more time. Inhale, reach us up high. And with the exhale this time, just lean to the right side. Right hand to the floor. Stretch your left arm right. Pull your left shoulder back. Gaze up high. With your next inhale, bring it back to center. Reach up. And then with the exhale, lean this left. Left hand down. Stretch your right arm left. Pull the right shoulder back and look up. With your next inhale, bring it back to center. Reach high. And then with the exhale, bring the hands down through center. Set your hands down behind you. Lean back. Now release the cross your legs. Bring your feet together for a moment. And this is going to be a base position as we take this side to side. So why don't you lean over to the right hip and lift your left leg. Now pivot from the left hip. Bring that left knee down toward your right heel. And then turn to the right as far as you can. Right hand down behind, left hand outside the right thigh. Now keep your spine tall. Reach the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Look back over your right shoulder. And just breathe here for a moment. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Lean right, lift your left leg, bring the feet together for a moment. And then come on to the left hip, turn to your left side. Right leg lifts. Bring the right knee down to your left heel. And again, sit this up tall. Left hand behind, right hand outside your left thigh. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. Use the right arm and press into your left leg as you're twisting. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come back onto your hands. Lift the right leg, bring your feet together. And then come over to the right side. Hands behind you. Go ahead, lift your left leg, bring the left knee down to the right heel. Turn right as far as you can. Right hand behind. Now you can take the left hand to the right thigh again. But if you want to take it down further, see about bringing that left elbow down to the floor, pressing into your right leg. Either way, work the twist. Look over the right shoulder and just breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, back to both hands, lean to the right. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Come over to your left side. Hands behind. Bring the right knee down to touch your left heel. Turn left as far as you can. Press the right arm into your left leg. Reach the crown of the head toward the ceiling. Good enough here. If you're going to take it deeper, go ahead, bring that right elbow down. Press the elbow into your left thigh. And still keep your twist. Look up over your left shoulder. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, release this. Press in your hands. Lean left to lift your right leg. Bring the feet together for a moment. Come over to the right side. Turn right. Bring the left knee down to the right heel. And as you turn to the right side, right hand back, you can stay on the left hand or bring the left elbow down, whichever version of the twist you like. Look over the right shoulder. Keep your twist and keep breathing here. And we'll take a little bit further as you hold your twist. Press your left knee into the floor and lift the left foot up as high as you can go. And then bring the foot back down. Again, lift your left foot up high, the knee presses to the floor, and then set your left foot down. One more time as you're twisting, lift the left foot up as high as you can, and then set the foot back down. Press into your hands, lift your left leg, bring the feet together for a moment, and then turn left. Hands behind you, bring the right knee down to your left heel, and work the twist. Look back over your left shoulder, maybe just stay on the right hand with the right arm pressing into your left thigh, or maybe come down to the right elbow if you're going to take it low. Now again, keep looking over that left shoulder. Keep your twist and take it further here. Keep the right knee pressed into the floor, but lift the right foot up as high as you can. And then go ahead and set it back down. Right foot up again. Lift as you're twisting. And bring the foot back to the floor. One more time. Lift the right foot up as much as you can. And then go ahead and set it back down. Press into your hands. Come back into center with your feet back together. And then just lean back, and this time we're going to take this into pigeon. So just lean over to the right again and bring the left knee behind you. And I'm just turning for the camera here. So the right shin's going to cross the short side of the mat. Left foot goes all the way back. Now, once your left knee's down, just keep your hands in front of you a little bit wider than your shoulders. And don't worry about that right shin being parallel to the front of the mat exactly here. Just keep the toes of the right foot curled and keep the foot tense, keep that foot pressing down. Now, I want to make this active here, so I want you to tuck the toes of your left foot and just hover your left knee up off the floor. Left hip forward so your hips are still squared. Your hips are probably lifted, and that's fine. Now, keep your chest squared toward the front. And then just keep your hips low and bring your torso down and up. So bend the elbows out to the sides. And then just slowly lower down, bring your chest as far down as you can. And then press back up the straight arms. Again, keep your hips squared, elbows out to the sides. Just roll this down. And then press into your hands and lift back up. Again, elbows out, roll down slowly over the right leg. Press into your hands, lift this up. 2 more times. Let the elbows go out wide, sink your chest down low. And then lift back up. 1 more time. Keep your hips squared. Keep that left hip pulling forward as you lower. And then press into both hands and lift. And then go ahead, come down onto the right hip, bring your left leg forward. And then lean left, bring the right leg behind. Now take a moment here to set this up. The left shin crosses the short side of the mat, right leg all the way back. And just square up your hips. Pull the right hip forward. Now make sure the toes of the left foot are curled, that foot's pressing down, and then square up your hips. They can stay lifted, mine certainly are right here. Just keep the tension with both feet pressing down. See about tucking the toes of the right foot and hovering your right knee. Now hands wider than the shoulders. Start with straight arms and keep your hips low the whole time. And then elbows out to the sides, roll your chest down, take it slow over your left leg. And then press back up the straight arms. Keep your feet tense and then lower down over that left shin. And then press back up. 3 more times. Let the elbows go wide, sink down low again. Press back up the straight. Again, elbows out wide, roll this down, take it to where you can. And then lift back up. 1 more time. Sink down over your left leg. And then press into your hands and lift back up. And then go ahead, come down to the left hip, bring your right leg forward. And then to stay seated here on the mat. Now with both feet in front of you, we're going to take this toward a few variations with this reverse tabletop setup. So feet hips width, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width, fingertips point out to the sides, right and left. Push down, just lift your seat up off the floor. And then to loosen this up, all I want you to do is crab walk this to the back of the mat. So just let your weight shift side to side. Don't think too hard about this. And then once you come all the way back, walk this forward. Again, just let the weight shift back and forth. And then once you bring it to the front of the mat, walk all the way back again. And then from the back of the mat, walk this forward. Now from the front of the mat, walk it back, but just come back into center. Set yourself down. You can take a moment, shake your hands out if you like. And let's just take reverse tabletop from here. So feet in front of you, hips width distance, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. If you can, rotate the fingers forward, but at least point the fingers to the sides. Now go ahead, press in your hands, lift your seat up off the floor. And let's take it up and down. With an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink your hips down. Inhale, lift this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up 1 more time, hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing. You can look forward, look up, or hang your head back. But as you hold that lift, press your chest toward the ceiling and try to pull the knees in toward each other as much as you can. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. With the exhale, come all the way down. Once you're down, just take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. And we're going to bring it up like that for 1 more round, just a slight difference here. Now feet in front of your hips width distance, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width, whatever rotation you need. Just press in your hands, lift your seat up off the floor. And this time, with your feet hips width, rotate your big toes toward the midline. So the big toes are closer to each other than your heels, at least a little bit. And we'll take it up this way, and it should feel a little bit different. So with an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes as much as you can. And then sink this back down. Lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. And then lower back down. Press your hips up high. And then bring it back down again. Lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. And then come back down. 1 more time. Press your hips high. Hold here. Now again, you can look forward, look up. If you want to hang your head back, that's fine. But keep your knees squeezing toward each other. Try to keep them closer than before. And keep your glutes squeezing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come all the way down. Once you're down, shake your hands out again a little bit. We're not quite done with this setup from here. We're going to take things a little bit differently with a little bit of a twist. Now, feet in front of your hips with distance, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width, and this time be sure your fingertips point out to the sides. Lift your seat up off the floor. And then just back and forth from here, we're going to take this slow. Now, I want you to put your weight to the left hand and lift the right. Lift your left foot as well. Now, take hold of the outside edge of the left foot, and this might be good enough. You can keep the left knee bent. If you can go further, try to straighten that leg. And then just touch your left hip down to the floor. Lift back up, and then both hands down and both feet down. Lift your left hand and lift your right foot. Hold the outside edge of the right foot. Now, maybe the knee's bent, maybe you extend the right leg, but dip the hip down. And then come back up, both hands and both feet to the floor. Right hand to your left foot again. Bring the hip down, lift back up, and then come back to center. Left hand to your right foot. Bring your hip down low. Lift back up, and both hands and both feet to the floor. Right hand to your left foot again. Bring the hip down to touch, and then come back into center. Left hand to the right foot. Bring the hip down, and then come back to center again. Right hand to your left foot. Bring your hip down low, and then come back to center. Left hand to the right foot. Dip your hip down, and then again, bring it back to center. A couple more rounds. Right hand to your left foot. Sink down, and then bring it back to center. Left hand to the right foot. Bring your hip down, and come back to center. Right hand to your left foot one more time. Touch your hip down, and then come back to center. Left hand to the right foot one more time. Bring your hip down, and then come back to center. Go ahead, set yourself all the way down. Shake your hands out again. And then once you're ready, cross at the ankles, come forward to all fours. And just move around here for a moment. Now let's go ahead and take this into the wrist. So bring your knees together, hips stacked over your knees. And bring the hands in close, within a couple hands lengths of your knees. Now flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms up. The fingertips point toward the midline of the mat. Now keep your fingers spread out wide and then slide the hands together to interlace your fingers. Press the fingertips down, straight arms, press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that lift. And you can always bring the hands in closer if you want to be less intense. You can put the hands further forward if you want to take it there, but keep the fingertips pressing down out of the way. Now just go back and forth from here. Flip the hands over, palms down. And then flip them again, palms facing up. And just keep on switching this out back and forth. Now each time you move and switch positions here, re-engage. Spread your fingers wide, press the fingertips down. Straighten your arms at least briefly. And the next time the palms are up, just hold that position. Fingers are still interlaced, fingertips still pressing down, lift your spine. And then take it further from here. Keep the weight on your hands, but step the right foot back over to the left. Dip your big toe down, but come over to the left side as far as you can go. And then back to center, set the right knee. Left big toe over to the right side as far as you can take it. And then come back to center. Right big toe over to the left again. Back to center here. Left big toe over to the right. And then come back to center. Right big toe to the left one more time. Bring it back into center. Left big toe over to the right one more time. And then come back into center. Bring yourself to your fingertips. Come down to sitting on your heels and just take a moment. Shake your hands out. And then once you're ready, we'll warm things up quite a bit further. Come back to all fours. Now wrists into the shoulders, knees underneath the hips here to set this up. Tuck the toes of both feet. Hover your knees up off the floor. Just keep them lifted. And then press in your hands, sink your seat down to your heels. Now back and forth from here. Bring this forward to the right foot outside your right hand. And then sink back down to the heels. Left foot outside your left hand. And then sink back down. Right foot up into the right again. Sink this down. Left foot up to your left side. And then back to center. Right foot up to the side. Back to center here. Come forward to your left foot. And then sink back down. Right foot outside your right hand one more time. Back to the heels. Left foot outside the left hand one more time. And then come back to your heels. Now once you sink back down, just bring your knees to the floor. Come back to all fours. And let's take it even further. Bring the right foot forward outside your right hand and keep it there. Now bend the elbows, sink down inside the right thigh. Start to move forward, back, side to side. You can circle this around. And then press in your hands, set the right knee down, do the same on the other side. Left foot outside the left hand. Bend the elbows, sink down. Start to move forward, back, side to side. And then bring that left knee to the floor. Right foot forward outside the right hand again. Now this time, tuck the toes of the left foot, lift your left knee, just hold. Keep your shoulders over your wrists. And then step the right foot back to meet the left high plank. Left foot forward outside the left hand. Keep your arms vertical. And then step it back, come into plank again. Right foot outside the right hand, now keep it there. Shoulders, wrists, keep your arms vertical, move your hips straight up and down. Now, if you want to keep walking it like we just did, that's fine. Otherwise, we're going to hop this on 3. Now, the key to hopping is lifting your hips high. That will give you the time and the space to move. Press your hands straight down. So on my count here, 1, 2, 3. Back and forth like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I want to do a few more rounds, and I want you to work to get the hips as high as possible and to land as silently as you can. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last round. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead, bring both knees down, come into all fours. Take a couple breaths here. Now you can just stay here and breathe, move around, take another stretch if you like, but whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now once you move to your down dog, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Press your palms flat so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low to the floor. As your chest sinks down, reach your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can. Keep that long upward reach through to the hips. Draw in through the belly around the low ribs. Keep your spine nice and long. If your legs are tight, you can bend your knees. And maybe just pedal this out and keep your hips moving side to side. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step to the front. And let's take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose here, let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, you can reach to opposite elbows, maybe shake side to side and loosen even further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep the bend in the knees to begin and just restack your spine. Slowly round this upper standing, bring your head up last. And open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release this at the bottom. With an inhale, lift halfway, fingertips to the floor till your shins lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. Let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. Sink the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that lift. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides and lower with control all the way down into your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet up behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And let's take this up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Stay lifted here. Keep the lift of the upper body. Press your feet down, squeeze your glutes. And then take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, look forward, and lift up a little bit higher. Take an inhale. With the exhale, roll it back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. And then let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang, stand the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees. Take it further. Kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the hips forward to help deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Now lift with the arms, but lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips are patted down dog. Paddle out here for a moment. Let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And move into your scorpion dog. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left, work the twist, stack your hips. With the next inhale, straighten your right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, forward, knee to right elbow, hold here, stay forward. And then set the right foot down outside your right hand. Now keep your shoulders over wrists, press into your palms, move your hips straight up and down. Now you can walk it back and forth, or we'll hop it again on three. So from here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. Now it's right foot forward, left foot back. And we'll take this to a dancer's bridge. The left hand's your base. Roll to the outside of your left foot. Step the right foot behind your left leg and sink your hips down. Now with an inhale, press your hips high, reach your right arm. And you can stack your shoulders like side plank or open your chest more like a back bend, but keep your glutes squeezing, keep your left arm strong, and just let your head fall back. Breathe here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, sink straight down. Right hand forward, right foot forward outside your right hand. And we're going to take a lizard lunge variation of Anjaneyasana. Go ahead, bring your left knee down. And keep the toes of your left foot tucked for the moment here. Slide the right foot forward so the ankle's past the knee at least a little bit. Now curl the toes of the right foot up and keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot and keep that knee to the side. Now keep your hips low, pull your chest forward, and press in your hands. Try to lift that left knee, but still keep your hips low, and this might be good enough. You can stay right here. Now, if you want to take it deeper, if you're more open, you can set your left knee down and bend it. Lift your left foot. Maybe reach back with the right hand and pull that heel toward your seat. Now, if you have that grip, pull your right shoulder forward, still square your chest toward the front, and keep the right knee out to the side. Keep your hips sinking down and toward the front of the mat. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands down, right foot between your hands. Tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee, come into a little lunge and take a moment to set this up. So be sure your feet are on two separate tracks, so your stance is about hips width and your hips are squared. When you're ready, hands to your hips, go ahead, bring yourself all the way up, right? And just adjust as you need to. Deep under the right knee, left leg towards straight, left hip forward, right hip back. Now keep your spine upright, reach the arms up high. And we're going to go back and forth from here, a short sequence. We'll take the first round slow, and then it's breath to movement. Now, when you're ready, just lean this forward, reach your arms back so your upper body's in line with your left leg. And then as you're ready, press into your right foot, lift the left foot up off the floor to warrior three. Maybe you stay more upright, maybe toward parallel, but keep your hips squared. Now bend your right knee, set your left foot down. You're still leaning, and we'll take a breath to movement. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three, and keep breathing here. Now hold your balance again. You can be more upright or more toward parallel, but lower the left hip and keep your glutes engaged. Keep breathing. When you're ready, slowly come upright. Hands to your hips, left knee lifted. And then once you're up, let's switch this out. The left foot will be your base. Come to standing with your right knee high. Now once you're stable, just keep that left big toe pressing into the floor. Take an eagle bind with your legs. Right leg crosses tightly over the left. Now squeeze your legs together, sink your hips down. You can always touch that right foot down to the floor if you need to. And then to take this further, go ahead, bring the right arm behind your back, half bind, keep that shoulder pulled back. Reach your left arm high. And then take this into a twist. Bring the left arm across your body and press into the right thigh. Now keep your gaze forward, pull the right shoulder back and use the left arm to brace your twist. If you want to take it further, your legs are still squeezing, but maybe slide your left arm further down and keep lifting that right shoulder. Just take this to where you can and breathe here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, release this. Both feet down, both hands down. Come into a forward fold. When you're ready from that fold, take an inhale. Lift it up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands. We'll take this to crow. So palms down, grip the floor. Lift your heels and bring the knees to touch your arms. Now look forward, lean. Just take it slow. Keep your gaze forward. When the feet lift, toes to touch, pull the heels toward your seat. And then set your feet down, and let's take this into that flying lizard setup. Now, wrap your right leg around your right arm, right foot between your hands on the front, left knee touches your left arm from behind. Now look forward, lift the right foot before you do anything else, and squeeze the right arm. Now, if you get a balance it, lean forward, lift your left foot as well. And if you want to take it further, you can extend that left leg back, but keep your elbows pulled in. Take it to where you can here, and keep that right leg active, keep it squeezing. And then when you're ready, take it through Vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, just move around, breathe for a moment. We'll take it to the other side. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high this time. Bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, come into that scorpion dog, work the twist. With the next inhale, straighten your left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to left elbow, stay here. And then go set the left foot down outside your left hand. Now, keep the arms vertical, shoulders, wrists, press in your palms, move your hips straight up and down. And again, we'll switch it. You can walk it or we'll take it back and forth on 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. Left foot forward, right foot back. Take your dancer's bridge. Right hand is your base. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Left foot steps behind the right leg, sink down. With an inhale, press your hips up, reach with your left arm, and just stay lifted. Now again, maybe you stack the shoulders, maybe open your chest, more of a back bend. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep the right arm strong, just let your head fall back. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, sink straight down. Left hand forward, left foot forward outside your left hand. Now go ahead, set the right knee down and just keep the toes tucked for the moment. Slide your left foot forward so the ankle's at least a little bit past the knee. And then curl the toes of your left foot up off the floor. Roll to the outside edge and keep that knee out to the side. Keep the leg tense. Now press in your hands, lift that right knee up off the floor, but still sink the hips low, pull your chest forward. This is good enough right here. If you want to go further, you can set the right knee down and bend it. Pull the heel toward your seat. Maybe reach with your left hand and pull that heel in. Now, if you're going to find that grip, pull your left shoulder forward. Still keep your chest squared toward the front. And keep that left knee out to the side. Keep your hips low. All right, from here, when you're ready, come back to both hands, if you're not on both hands already. Left foot between your hands, tuck the toes of the right foot and lift the right knee. And take a moment, make sure your low lunge has still got your hips squared. Feet on 2 separate tracks, hips width and side to side. When you're ready, bring your torso up, right hands to your hips. And just adjust this. Deep end left knee, right leg towards straight, right hip forward, left hip back. And then reach your arms up high. Now again, we'll take that short sequence here, but we'll take the first round slow. So just lean this forward, reach your arms back and look forward. When you're ready, all the way to your left foot, lift the right, come to your warrior 3, maybe more upright, maybe toward parallel with the floor. And then bend your left knee and set the right foot down. You're still leaning. Inhale, the arms up high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, step down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior 3, and hold here. Stay balanced. Now, when you're ready, just slowly bring yourself upright, right knee lifted. Hands to your hips. And switch feet. Bring the right foot down. That'll be the base. Come to standing with your left knee high and keep the right big toe pressing down. Now, once you're ready, take an eagle bound with your legs. Left leg crosses tightly over the right. Squeeze your leg here to bring the hips down. You can always touch that left foot to the floor. And then take your half bind, left arm behind your back, keep the shoulder pulled back, reach your right arm high, and work the twist. Right arm comes across your body, press to the outside of your left thigh. Now draw the left shoulder back, keep looking forward. This could be good enough, keep your legs squeezing. If you want to go deeper, you can slide that right arm further down. Keep lifting the left shoulder, keep looking forward, keep breathing. Take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just release this. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. From the fold, when you're ready, take an inhale, lift halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands, bring into crow. Now dig your fingertips down, lift the heels up, touch the knees to your arms. Keep your hips high, lean forward, look forward, go slow, lift your feet together, toes to touch, pull the heels up. And then set your feet down, take that flying lizard setup. So the left leg wraps around your left arm, left foot between your hands on the front. Right knee touches right arm from behind. Lift the left foot, squeeze the left arm and look forward. Lean forward if you're going to lift the right foot. Now if you want to take it further, you can extend the right leg back, but keep both elbows pulled in, just breathe. And then take it to another vinyasa when you're ready. Find your down dog, move around for a moment. Now from your downward facing dog, bring your knees down to the mat, come into all fours. And then legs out from underneath you, come to a seat. Now this is where we are going to take this into 8 angle. So once you're seated, go ahead, extend your left leg forward, keep your right knee bent. And with both hands, take hold of your right leg, keep it folded and pull it into the side of your ribs. Just move side to side here for a moment. Now I want to take a few poses here first, so a little bit more into the hamstrings and into the hips. So just work this as far as you can go. So now set your right foot flat, but keep it close. About 1 foot's width between the right foot and your left thigh. Left hand sets at your side. With an inhale, reach your right arm high. And then reach forward and fold forward inside your right leg. Now use your right arm, press into the right leg and bring that hand to the floor to brace your fold. Press your low back forward, touch your belly to your left thigh. Bend the left knee if you need to make that happen. Find that contact either way. Now if you can keep the left leg straight, and if you want to take the bind, you can wrap the right arm around the right leg. Left hand comes around from the other side. And if you have that grip, use it to pull the right thigh in close. But again, keep that forward fold. Look forward, press your belly to your left thigh, and just breathe here. Now, from wherever you are, just release your forward fold. Keep the left leg straight and the right knee bent. And let's cradle the leg. Bring the right arm around your right knee. Left hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Now bring that right shin up to parallel with the floor. Keep the toes curled and keep the foot tense. Just sit up tall and move side to side. Now, this is an upright seated pigeon, basically. You can just stay like this. If you want to go deeper, maybe wrap that left arm around the right foot and bring that foot in closer. Just take it to where you can. If you feel any twinge on the right knee, you're cranking on this too hard, so back off if you need to. Now, if you want to take this further, we'll take it toward compass, but go slow. For that, bring the left hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Right arm inside the right leg. Use both hands, work that leg up your arm, and you're trying to get the knee behind the shoulder. Just get as close as you can. Once the knee's not going any higher, press the right arm into your right leg. Right hand sets down on the floor at your side. This could be enough with the leg hooked. As long as it feels like a stretch, you're doing fine. If you're going to go further, go slow. Maybe extend the right leg. And the more you extend, the more you start to open up your chest to the left. Just take this to where you can. All right, slowly for me. If that right leg's extended, bend into the knee. And keep the knee high up on your arm. If it's slid down, use both hands. Try to work it back up and get that knee close to your shoulder. Now, when you're ready here, press your right arm into your right leg. Fold forward onto your right hand to keep the leg hooked. And keep the forward fold with your chest facing down. Left hand comes down outside your left thigh. Now just push down, keep the fold, but lift your butt up off the floor. And this is where we take the arm balance. Now, if you hook the right foot under the left leg, you can lift the left foot and maybe stay here. This is elephant trunk, good enough. If you want 8 angle, bring the ankles together. Inner thighs around the right upper arm. Now keep the legs squeezing in. Let your shoulders go forward, elbows go back as the legs go to the right. And you're basically hovering up off the floor with chaturanga arms. And of course, there's nothing easy about that. Just take things to where you can. And when you're ready, set yourself down. Let's take this on the other side. So right leg extended this time, bend your left knee. And with both hands, take hold of that left leg, squeeze it into the side of your ribs, and just move side to side. And then set the left foot down close. Now make sure there's about 1 foot's distance between your left foot and the right thigh. Right hand sets behind you. Inhale the left arm up. And with the exhale, fold forward, reach forward inside your left leg. Use the left arm, press into the left leg, and then just bring that hand to the floor to brace your fold. You can stay like this. Look forward. Maybe just bend the right knee and pull the thigh up toward your belly, or fold deep enough to touch your belly to your thigh. And if you can take it further, you can bind this. You can wrap the left arm around the left leg. Reach back with the right arm to complete the grip. Just take it where you can. All right, now slowly just release your fold. Bring yourself upright. And still with your left knee bent. Now let's cradle the left leg. Wrap your left arm around your left knee. Right hand to the outside edge of your left foot. Curl the toes of your left foot and bring that shin up to parallel with the floor. Now sit up tall. Just move side to side. And any stretch should be going to the outer hip. If you feel this in the left knee, you're cranking too hard on your left leg. Keep the toes of the left foot curled and be sure the foot's tense. If you can take it further, you can wrap the right arm around your left foot and bring that shin in closer. And again, it's enough to stay here. This could be plenty. Now, if you want to take things further, right hand to the outside edge of your left foot. Left arm inside your left leg. Work that leg up your arm. And again, you're trying to get the knee high. Get it as close to the shoulder as you can. Once the knee's not going any higher, press your left arm into your left leg. Left hand down at your side. This might be enough, but if you can go further, you can extend the left leg. And the more you extend the left leg, the more you open up your chest to the right. Again, just take it to where you can. All right, slowly for me, if you extend to that left leg at all, bend the knee and try to keep it up high on your arm. If it's slid down, work the knee back toward the shoulder. When you're ready, press your left arm into your left leg, lean forward onto your left hand to keep the leg hooked. And then keep the forward fold. Right hand comes down outside the right thigh. Now press down, lift your butt up off the floor, and then maybe hook the left foot under your right leg, and you can stay here. This might be elephant trunk, and that could be plenty. Now, if you're going to go further, to 8 angle, ankles together. Inner thighs around the left upper arm, squeeze your legs together. Shoulders forward as the elbows go back. The legs go to the left, and you're hovering up off the floor with chaturanga arms. All right, set yourself down when you're ready. All right, if you want to work that further, feel free, but otherwise, go ahead, bring yourself down onto your back. Pull the knees in close, and just squeeze everything down. And then just bring your feet down to the floor and take a short round of back bending here. I'm going to start the cue with bridge and then lead into wheel. And you can always take wheel from the beginning, and if you just want to stay in bridge, you don't have to take things any further. But either way, feet and knees, hips with distance. Bring the heels in close so your low back starts basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down, just keep your gaze high. Now with an inhale, press in your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. And just keep that lift. Now this could be enough. Just keep this active, keep your hips pressing up. If you want to deepen your bridge, you can bring your hands under your hips. Maybe interlace the fingers. Maybe pull the palms together. You can work your shoulders behind your back and open up your chest even more. And if you can take it further still, if you got the reach, you can hold your ankles and use that grip to lift your hips up even further. Now, if you're going to take it up to wheel, keep the hips lifted but release the hands. Hands come down around your head, elbows up. When you're ready, press into your palms. You can always just lift to the top of your head first. And then whenever you're ready, straighten your arms. Now, hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back of the mat. Keep your glutes squeezing. And if either pose is too much on the low back, you can always lift your heels. But hold that tension in the glutes and along the length of your spine, across the upper back to open up your chest. And keep breathing here. When you're ready, slowly bring everything back down to the floor. Now, once you're down, bring your knees back into your chest and just squeeze things in. And we'll take a supine twist. So go ahead, release your left leg and extend it out fully. Left hand to the right knee, right arm out to your side. Now tuck your left hip underneath you. Bring the right knee over to the left and keep both shoulders down. Bring your gaze to the right. Now look for the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can press down with the left hand. If you want to take it further, you can extend the right leg out to the side. And if you want the second bind, you can bend your left knee and reach down with the right hand. If you do find that grip, kick into your hands. And wherever you take this to, just keep both shoulders grounded and breathe. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Come back into center. Draw both knees in for a moment. And then when you're ready, go ahead, switch it out. So this time, extend your right leg, right hand to your left knee, left arm out to the side. Pull the left knee across your body, tuck the right hip underneath. Both shoulders down, look over to the right. Now find the stretch in the outer left hip toward the low back on this side. If you need more, you can press down with the right hand or extend the left leg. If you want the second bind, you can bend the right knee. If you find the right foot with your left hand, kick into your hand. And again, keep both shoulders grounded however far you take the twist. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring it back to center. Draw both knees in. And let's take happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and pull down on both sides. Draw the knees toward the floor outside your ribs. Press your feet up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Now, if you want to take it further, you can rock a little bit side to side. Even further, you can extend the legs out against your grip. Just take it to where you like. And then finally, when you're ready here, take a deep inhale, draw down as much as you can. And with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body sink down into the mat for a moment. And just start to move bit by bit here, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything in, bring the elbows toward your chest, draw the knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself under the mat here, stack your spine. And then bring your hands up to heart center. And take a deep inhale. Hold on to at the top. And then just let everything go. I thank you for joining class. Namaste.